Sorry. Hey, welcome to Aaron Live. This is a last second live stream, which are becoming more common occurrences than my regular live stream on Sunday evenings. I got drawing to do, and I keep thinking, why not just do it live? Let's provide entertainment for the masses that are stuck at home or maybe on their lunch hour or whatever else. I mean, if you want to, I guess it's kind of a stretch to call this entertainment, but it's something. So anyway, I have I got an Iron Man on the board, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to live stream, and I'm just going to do the rest of it live. I got it kind of pencil roughed out, and we'll just kind of clean it up, ink it, color it, and be ready to rock and roll. Now, I'm extremely happy to announce that this is my technical pencil. It's a 0.3, and these things clog. The tips clog in these all the time. All right, it's just like, so half the time I'm stuck with the pencil that's not working. Right. Now, if you take the cap off these pencils, right, there's an eraser here. Okay, and there's the eraser. Right, that comes out. And of course, you put your lead in here in that opening. But they used to make these with a wire that stuck out here. I'm sorry, stuck out here. And you could use that wire to shove into the tip of your pencil and clear out clogged lead, right? Well, they quit making them with the wire in them. So I was told, or I'd heard, that you could actually buy the erasers separately with the little wires in them. And but you know, so I might have alluded to this story a little bit on our live feed on Sunday, but I called ahead to my local art supply store, Blick's store, and asked them if they had these with the wires in them, and they said, "Oh yeah, of course." And I got there and they said, "We don't carry those." So I was very frustrated because it's a bit of a drive, but as I was looking around in the sculpture section, I did find this wire that is missing. Hang on one second, don't go anywhere. Here it is. So I found this wire. Okay. Now this is extremely thin wire, and it is a 3-pound, 1.3 kilogram galvanized steel wire. Okay. This actually is thin enough that it works to unclog the tip of that pencil. And so all of this to tell you I'm drawing again because my pencil works, because I was able to use this wire to clean out the tip. So if you have this problem at home, seek out some of this wire. Okay, and this will clean the tip out of your 0.3. A 0.5, you might be able to get away with a thicker wire, but this actually does work, and it worked well. And so and I got a big old coil of it here. So I'm guessing for the rest of my life, if I don't lose this, I should be able to clean out my 0.3s. Now, it seems absurd to me that you would make a mechanical pencil with no way to clean the tip, because everybody knows lead gets stuck in there and clogged all the time. So it's just one of those crazy things that just really ticks me off. And but anyway, so there's my rant for the day. Let's take a look in the comments section and see. Boy, there's a lot of people here. I'm surprised. Rodney is here. Thanks, Rodney, for joining us. Leg Kick is joining us. Leg Kick is always on just about every live stream. It's amazing how he's able to, navigate all of them. I am drawing your favorite armor. If your favorite armor is the classic Iron Man. Darren Wagner's here. I haven't seen Darren in a while. Thank you for showing up, Darren. Appreciate it. Lady Celtic Moon is here. Or is it Celtic? I think it's Celtic. But we've always said Celtic, but I think it's actually Celtic. Sneaking in the middle of the day. Joel, Joel, whenever I can. Shelly just said to me, not minutes before I went on, she goes, "Is there a 12-step program for curing you of your live streaming problem?" She may be onto something there. Let's see. Hyper Kaiju. And if I miss her, so when I find myself searching for a deeper meaning, I always find myself back here for some reason. You know what? That's I don't think there's been a more accurate statement ever said on the show. This is the place of deeper meaning. Let's see. We don't have we never carried those, and you've not done with the same story. See, see, leg kick is he's sort of sympathizing with me here, and I appreciate that. But it is true. It's very frustrating. What's more frustrating is when you talk to people on the phone and they don't even. And this guy went and checked to see if they had these in stock. I told him, and I was on the phone. I was like, "Do they have the wires coming out of them?" "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." And then I get there, and everybody in the store is like, "What? Who did you talk to? Oh, we don't carry the." You know, it's just like, come on. Anyway. Oh, see, now, you know, you start off with something nice, and then you come back with that. Well, you earned the first one, Hyper Kaiju, so congratulations. Paulus Arts is here, giving us the old yo-yo, and I assume that means yo-yo, not you're playing with a yo-yo. So I'm just speculating, of course. Retail gaslighting. That's good. That's good. That's good. I like that. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. You can't go too easy on Husker fans. Sorry, Aaron. Well, that must mean you're a Big Ten fan someplace. Yeah, I do have my Huskers jacket on. If Shelly saw me up here with a jacket on right now, she'd probably be freaking out because she's like, you know, runs about 20 degrees hotter than I do. But yeah, I was out at the shoulder doctor earlier today, and I'm ahead of schedule. Yay! Let me plug these really quick because I have to. 20 years of raw imagination, 20 years of sketches by me, hardcover, colorful interior art. Ooh, there's Frankenstein and some swamp thing, or swamp creatures and a man thing, and it's full of good stuff. These are available, and I'm trying to kind of pump them up a little bit before ErinCon. Now, I did sort of threaten that ErinCon would be this weekend. I'm just not going to do it this weekend because of Father's Day, and I just think, you know, there might be conflicts with me on Sunday. I don't even know what's going on, so I don't want to only do Friday, Saturday, and not be able to do Sunday. Excuse me. So we're going to do it the following weekend. And I'm going to have some limited prints available that people have been asking about the Justice League spread I did. Will I be doing a print of that? And yes, I will. And it's going to be oversized. And I'm only going to make it available that weekend of that show. So it'll be printed to order. So if, 10 people want one, then that's all it'll be is 10. So it'll be highly collectible, limited edition type thing. And I'll have some other stuff, of course, as well. Well, the funny thing is about the Runzas, I looked on this website and it was like the best sandwich in all 50 states, right? So I was going through the whole thing. And Runza was not in Nebraska for their best sandwich. It was, I think it was like what was a Reuben maybe in Nebraska, which I thought that was interesting. I'm a big Reuben fan. In fact, that's my favorite sandwich, and wherever I go, I'll have a Reuben so I can find the best Reuben in the country, kind of thing. Of course, when I'm in New York, I always go for pastrami and Swiss on rye. That's such a classic, right? Especially in New York City. But Aaron, now see, this is interesting. I don't know what Jeff's getting at here. Yeah, well, I mean that's true every day, practically. So it's not just true today, that quote. Oh, really? His family on his mom's side makes homemade runzas. Wow. That's originally German. Okay. Look at the stuff you learn on this program. This is amazing. Now, I also want to show you guys that, look at this. I put all my pens away, and so they're actually in the little pouch and organized so I can find them today. That doesn't mean I won't have to refill them, because I've been doing a lot of commissions lately, as you guys that were watching me on social media would know, because I keep posting all of them. But now here's the not the late great Hillary Barta, just the great Hillary Barta. Next time you're in Chicago, we'll go to Manny's Deli for Reubens and pastrami sandwiches. You know what, Hillary, you're on, dude. We'll definitely do that. I've known Hillary since I had hair, so it was a long time ago. All right, I'm going to switch cameras and let's get to work, because that's not exactly where I wanted it to be. There, oh, look, there's a, this is very French. I drink French water, LaCroix, I don't know. Hey, there's the Iron Man. So yeah, I was kind of sketching this last night, and I thought, you know what? Because I've been wanting to do a classic, Gene Colan Iron Man, and so I thought, if I'm going to do it, let's do it live. So here I am doing it live with my newly cleaned out pencil. The thing I love about most of these Silver Age costumes for these heroes is that they were so simple, the designs. I mean, so well done, but so simple, except for Spider-Man's. I think I brought this up before. Gil Kane did if you look at all his designs, and most of his designs were, for DC Silver Age stuff, but they were all, they're basically just skin tight spandex outfits with some design on them. And so basically what we get to do as artists, or back then, what they got to do as artists, and I did to a certain degree, was you're just drawing, you're doing figure work, because everybody's got a skin tight costume on, and then you just put a little design on the figure, and there's your costume. And I kind of miss that, because to me, that's the fun of of drawing and doing superhero stuff, is the figure work. And as I've said many times, I'm a very, organic artist. I would rather, I'm more Frazetta than I am, I don't know, name your favorite not organic artist, Jim Lee, somebody like that, that is more adept at, tech and guns and things like that, and likes drawing buildings and whatever else. I'm not that guy. I mean, yes, of course, I draw them, and I have to draw them because that's part of the job, is being able to draw everything to a certain degree. But I'd much rather just do figure work and throw them in a jungle, so I can just kind of free flow my drawing, and as opposed to getting out a ruler and dealing with perspective and all the stuff that sort of turns art into math instead of just sort of free-flowing expression. Not to sound like a fine artist or anything, because heaven forbid I should ever be confused with one of those. Yeah, that's the thing. The faceplate, I'm sorry, Jade Giant chimed in here. And that's the thing. The simplicity of the Iron Man faceplate, I just thought was cool too. Have you ever heard of an artist from UK named Jeff Acklin? He did a Ms. Marvel Spider-Man team up, very John Buscema in style. No, I haven't. Jeff Acklin, I'll check that out. Let me write that down, lest I forget, because I will in about 30 seconds. You know who also was kind of a John Buscema on steroids was, I can't think of his name now. He did that Silver Surfer Galactus thing in the 90s. Castellini. I think he's Italian. It sounds Italian. He did sort of, had really a strong Buscema influence, but it was like on steroids. It was I thought it was really cool. I haven't seen his stuff in a long time though. Ooh, Hyper Kaiju is just like, my wife drinks, I can't stand how I call them Le Crap. Talking about the Le Croix carbonated water. How about Portillo's for Italian beef? That sounds good. You know, I'm a big sandwich guy, so I'm not. I'm always looking for the next great sandwich experience. You know, there's probably like 10 people in this chat that even know who Abe Vigoda is. Okay, let me get back to it here, or let me start getting to it, I guess. I'm here to, you know, brighten up your guys' midday. That's really my purpose. So, oh, Shelly's in the house. Look out.
Shocking. You're live streaming.
See, she's gonna.
Time to get sassy.
She's going to call
David.
Don't
you ever work, David?
Ooh, she starts dishing it out. I love it.
In the house.
I hear you listening to
Hamilton?
Hamilton in the
for
background.
The 5 millionth time. I'm just gonna go back and see. Hillary
Bart is here.
Yeah. Rodney, of course. Aaron Louviere. Joel. Have you sent out Joel's thing yet?
Yep, went out yesterday.
Oh man. Sneaking in the middle of the day. Attaboy, Joel.
So I've decided to do Aaron Con, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah.
And of course, the dog barks.
Barking. Hyper Caillou. Can't go easy on a Husker fan. You have to. Have you looked at their record in the last few years?
Oh, ouch.
I might have to give myself the slap on that one.
I can't slap you because it's true.
Oh, Mom was from Nebraska. And your dad was from Nebraska. I don't even know what's going on. That's a tagline right there.
Yeah, you know, that should be a T-shirt. Maybe I'll make that. Oh, Hyper Kaiju is Hawkeyes. Iowa.
Oh.
Yuck.
Let's see. What do we do about that?
Oh no, Shelly's dishing it out, man. I'm not even paying attention, and she's like dishing out the.
Ooh, next time you're in Chicago. We haven't gone anywhere in a long time.
Well, Hillary took me to a Chinese. Was it Chinese or Japanese? No, it was Chinese. Place.
Oh man.
When I was in Chicago last time.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we had some good eats.
It's not too hot in here yet, but I've been vacuuming and stuff. So now, of course, let the sweating begin.
I had my coat on, and I was saying you'd be freaking out if you saw me.
Oh my gosh, you're serious? Had your coat on?
Yeah.
I haven't worn a coat in a long time.
I could put it back on right now because I'm kind of a little
really?
chilly, but I'm not going to.
Snuggle. Good animal. Although the downstairs is now fit for human viewing until our daughter gets home again. Never work when you can go there and Aaron for a few hours. What is AaronCon exactly? So AaronCon is his own con, since there aren't any right now, and so it's a lot like your live stream, except a lot more inventory out.
Yeah, I have a table
specials.
Yeah, I have a table set up like I would if I was in an artist alley. You know, the exact same setup with my original art and prints, and I take requests for sketchbooks and stuff live, and I'll do the sketches in the sketchbooks, and I also will take requests for con sketches, which are the gray marker sketches that I do at cons, and you know, so it's not like Aaron Live. There's not like the features and the little gags and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty much just
gosh, we have
convention and conversation and
yep,
art sales.
It does
and
sound
stuff
awesome.
like that.
So we've got invites for food all over the place. Baltimore with Fred.
The only place I ate when I was in Baltimore the one time was actually the guy that brought me out.
To say I wasn't with you on that one.
Took me to the steakhouse there, which I guess it was not Rose's, but Ruth's. I think it was Ruth Chris.
Ooh, steakhouse.
Yeah, it was very expensive, but it was very good. And then I went to what's the Forrest Gump's? Not Forrest Gump. Who's the other guy? Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump truck?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, nothing.
That was right there on the water, and I ate there.
Oh yeah. So Aaron Louviere has a good point. It's just con for errands of the world.
That's right.
Yep. But do they all have sassy wives? I don't know. Oh my gosh.
See, now you're gonna say it's too hot up here because she's up here like.
Well, no, it's not too
sweating.
bad. It's just.
Well, she was down vacuuming
dog and cleaning, and the house is a
little bit on the messy side.
Yeah.
Which we can always count on our daughter to provide that when she comes home.
Yeah. That and glasses of half full of water all over the house.
It's like that sign. It's like the Signs movie.
Yeah.
She has water glasses all over the place.
So it's not an Aaron, but his wife is rather sassy. Oh, there was my toes again. Dang it.
Somebody made a joke. Did you see that on Facebook about your feet? Made a foot joke.
Oh, I'm going to start throwing hands.
Aaron Con sounds terrible. I think it sounds fabulous, actually.
Well, we could have some guests come in and do like a Aaron Brocon.
Well, I was going to ask David to be, kind of a guest and sort of do like a little panel thing, but
not anymore.
No, not anymore. Now he's going to treat me like that. I'm not going to. I might.
You should do a panel.
I'm going to.
That's kind of a good idea.
I'm going to. If I could get
Irish food. Fred, we're just going to tour and just eat our way through.
Eating across America with Aaron and Shelley. It'll be huge.
Well, they have like Man versus Food.
Yeah.
We can kind of do our own.
No, I've been trying to get Terry to come on for last year. I was doing all those cons, and he was always too busy, so I could never get him on. But I Oh, I got to
Making the
put
big
together.
bucks.
I got to. Yeah, well, it's true. I got to. I should do that. I should get a panel together of a few
Yeah.
people to talk about what they're working on. And
Yes, discover the next great sandwich experience with Aaron and Shelly.
I don't know who that number is, so I'm not going to answer it.
Con
thought
sounds
for-
better than extravaganza. No. Oh, I get it now. Not that Aaron Con is horrible, terrible, but Aaron extravaganza instead of Aaron Con.
Oh, I see. So he wasn't actually dissing the concept. He
No.
was just saying that one name was better than the other.
Yeah.
So,
Well, maybe both. Could have been a twofer.
Well, David, you never know. I'm doing a very good job of making sure that this drawing stays in camera so far. So
Good
I'm
job.
pretty pleased with myself. I
He's improving.
usually drifting off camera. And of course, because
The
it's
desktop is still a mess, but one thing at a time.
hey, look at that.
I did.
I
see
put all
that.
my markers away so that they're yeah, I was going to say something.
I take back the kick in the butt. Just consider it credit because I'm sure there'll be another one coming.
Yeah, exactly. I'll, can you guys hear Hamilton in the background? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's other people out there that have almost every word memorized in the whole thing.
Do you think?
There's got to be. Well, besides the actors.
Yeah, the actors probably have a pretty good grip on the all the songs.
It's just so clever. Love it. Guess I should have put in my headphones things.
Your headphone things.
So nobody else had to suffer once again listening to it.
Well, I doubt any of them have heard it as many times as I have.
Con versus food. Yeah, you can draw a little, eat a little. Oh, wait, that's what we do already. But we can go places.
Well, you know,
we can
that's
travel
true.
and eat sandwiches and then
You know, that's the thing. Maybe we should we should
get an
film
RV.
some video clips on the road type stuff and you know, to kind of
show us crying at the gas pumps, how much it is.
Yes.
Thanks, Joe.
Well, I'll try and make this Aaron Con like no other.
So David wants to know if you saw his drawings he did on Ken Carson's live stream.
No, I didn't. When Ken's is like on Thursday night, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe sometimes I get notifications, sometimes I don't. It's very weird.
Well,
I think I'm subscribed to Ken Carson's channel. Maybe I'm not. I better go check and make sure I am. That way. But you're on there all the time, right, David? I mean, my gosh, you're like...
oh, you guys need a support group for live streaming.
Hey, it's the wave of the future, right?
Yep.
The future
We just do
is
a day in the
now.
life. Day in the life of Aaron. I get up, I think about drawing, and I actually go draw.
Well, no, I go on the
Then I
internet.
eat and think about drawing.
Yeah, go on the internet.
And then when I take a nap, I'm thinking about drawing.
And then I go on the internet instead of drawing.
No.
Well, I'm drawing and on the internet right now. That's the beauty of this. Look at his little.
Check your Instagram message.
Look at his little
Okay.
little stripy underpants.
Stripy underpants. There's another tagline. Look at his stripy underpants.
Well, I always loved how his metal was like could move just like a skin tight bodysuit would. I always thought that was.
Turn off. Oh my God.
I wonder if I'm a minority in the sense that I love these classic characters, and I don't have much interest in the newer stuff that's going on right now in comics.
Well, of course not. They've lost the, the joy of the story.
But maybe I'm just old-fashioned, you know. Maybe it's like I need to get, you know.
No. Should all be about entertainment, not.
Well, that's true, but what is what has the entertainment, the
What do people find entertaining?
Yes, has that changed? Has the audience changed to a point that the kind of stuff that
No.
I grew up loving and wanted to see
When you go, when
doesn't
you want to
exist
be
anymore?
entertained, don't you
Yes.
think it's like you don't want to deal with all the crap of reality? You want to be entertained where you can take time to enjoy whatever. And
Well, I do.
yep. Should we post this? Is that going to get us in trouble?
Well,
In the
I think most
modern-
people
yeah.
lack interest in modern DC, at least if sales numbers are any indication. Well, yeah. But see, what you'll hear is the argument is that, well, because they're more expensive, there's more competition.
And that's all true. However, I will always go back to, is it a story worth reading? If you want to be entertained, or is it just another regurgitation of all the bullshit that. Oh! Booyah! My bad. Uh-oh.
I don't get to use that very often, so I'm glad to.
Are they going to make like an Antifa comic book? I mean, who wants to deal with all that crap when you just want to be entertained?
I agree.
Thank you.
All right, so that was a relatively quick ink job with my Le Pen.
Le Pen.
And now, because I actually do own a red marker, I can actually do this in color without it really being any more work than if I did it in gray.
Yeah.
That's what I like, less work. I don't see. Ooh, Shelley, for the swearing.
Yep.
And he misspelled your name.
That's all right.
So, no, that's not okay.
It's okay. Everybody does. You already, he had one.
Oh, that's
already.
right.
Now, yeah.
But I only gave him a single. I didn't give him the triple.
Yep. So was that on my comment
I don't know.
or just in general, Chuck?
It's probably in general. Is that prototype? Oh, okay. That is either that's either Dave Ulbrich or Tom Mason.
Oh.
So, Dave, Tom, this is for both of you. I thought I was supposed to be on your show. Where's the invitation?
It's Dave. How did you know?
I thought you were
He's
gonna.
so smart.
Aren't I supposed to be on your show sometime? You texted me about that, and then I never heard anything back.
Do you get better offers?
I don't know. Maybe.
Dave-o.
Well, no, he contacted me, so.
Well, life gets busy, don't we know? You know, I started thinking maybe it's the cup of coffee that I was drinking.
That could be making.
Getting a little weary, vacuuming.
That may have.
I hate how
It sets you off a little bit.
he said, calm down, these things take time.
Oh, okay.
All right, if I have to.
All right. See, I'll probably end up having you, Dave, on my show before you have me on yours.
David says she meant full skit.
Yes.
Well, no.
This is what we call a red marker. And we're going to go full on color.
And what number is it?
This is, let's see, this is a
Name it and claim it.
YR09. This is a Chinese orange, actually, but it's kind of reddish, but I don't like to go full red. I like kind of it dipping to the orange. I'm very much an orange guy. And it's going to look more orange because of my camera than it actually is. But see, I can go in here with...
you can always add more, but you can't take away. How's that?
Right. Well, I've got a red, one that's a darker red that I use for like over the top of this for like modeling and sort of shadow areas. Oh, look, our dog's barking. What a shock. I
yell from here, but I think I might bust some eardrums. Here she goes.
She's going after the dog. It could get ugly, folks.
Okay.
Now this again is the slick smooth paper, not the
unlike yesterday's.
Unlike
yesterday's.
yesterday's.
It just seems like yesterday.
It was 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, I lost a couple days with a headache, so. Just got here, and the first thing I hear is Shelly's comment. Oh man. Well, yeah, we forgot it was. We should have done the commentary. This does not reflect the.
Oh, that's right. I
view
did
of
the station or
yeah.
Shelly's comments and her opinions are her own and do not reflect the.
And boy, she's got them. Is that what we should just call it? I don't know. I just wish kids could read them and enjoy the story and enjoy reading.
But see, that's the problem that is yet to be solved, is the fact that kids would much rather play video games now than read a $5 or $6 comic book. And that's
make a Shelley disclaimer. Well, that's for sure.
That's the trouble. Sounds like you need to. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I am going to have to do a new title sequence that kind of.
Well, I think it's got to swing back because they're finding all of that screen time is not great for brain development. So.
Yeah, imagine reading would be good for your brain development.
They can do.
Imagine that.
What do you think's going to happen next time? All sorts of teacher stuff you can do. I can remember when we were new parents and we're like, our kids are never going to be sat in front of the TV or eat crap or yeah.
I don't know. Did we say that? Oh, really?
Yeah, I did anyway. And then
we sat in front
after a
of the
few months
TV.
of colic, Aladdin was magic.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Yep. Hypercaju. Yep.
I have given.
Well, and it's so bad that
oh,
students don't do their homework because they can't get off the Xbox or PlayStation, and then they're up till 4 a.m. and they try to come to school and they can't learn when you're tired. And I just think it's really sad. But instead of that battle, I think a lot of us just kind of.
Well, it is kind of interesting that, I mean, technology obviously has made life easier in a lot of regards, but it's also been very destructive. And but like the ease of being able to do stuff is hard to let go of. That's why.
Well, and the ease of even just being mean. I've had my own, death threats and other stuff from kids online that, you know, would they have said it to my face? No. But yeah, I don't think we can. Yeah, technology stunted creativity, I think, in a lot of ways. But there's some kids that do use it, you know, different programs. But basically, they all just want to sit there and shoot.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of even. I mean, I am to a certain degree. I don't like the idea that programs like Photoshop and other Photoshops allow guys to, or people to be artists without really earning the, you know, going through the blood, sweat, and tears of actually learning how to draw and learn. I mean, all you have to do now is download a photograph and learn how to manipulate it with a program, and you've got art, you know, and it just, that irritates me to no end.
Yeah. Well, plus their attention span. I mean, the attention spans are bad enough, and then, you know, if it's hard, they don't want to do it, or they focus for about 4.7 seconds and then give up. But even, you know, schools going to using technology instead of them carrying their heavy books around, which is great for their backs, but then you're dealing with the tech neck, and I mean, it's just there's no good answer. I ended up just screenshotting everything.
Well, you may be right on something you said earlier, that, you know, stuff comes back around, because if you look at like animation, for example, those of you who saw Klaus or Claus or whatever the pronunciation of that film, what?
Oh, go ahead, finish your thought. I was just laughing at.
And you know, that was done traditional animation. It's kind of like, you know, we were all so wowed and excited about computer animation when we first saw it, and it got better and better and got cooler and cooler. And now it's like, it's like we've seen it, you know, and now you see people going back and doing traditional 2D animation, but finding ways to sort of enhance it to make it cooler, and you can get a more stylized and artistic interpretation of, you know, the characters and things that we've kind of lost with the homogenized computer generated animation. And I mean, even Tom Bancroft, who did you know, is famous for the little Mushu dragon in Milan, is opening his own, crowdfunding his own animation studio to be 2D animation, I believe. And like this guy that did Klaus, I think he's either Spanish or he's South American or something, that did Klaus, and that's traditional 2D animation, and he crowdfunded some of that. And I'd much rather watch that. I mean, Princess and the Frog is a traditional Disney animation, but it's one of my more favorite Disney films of the last, you know, 20 years.
So have you seen the What If trailer?
The What If?
Yeah. Dave just.
Have you seen the What If trailer? No, I have not. Is this what you were laughing at? The Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Is that Terrence Howard?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But Dave, that's very nice. He likes the ease of hearing our voices in the middle of the day.
It is. It's kind of like,
instead of the middle of the night in your nightmares. This is way easier. Hey, Jeff.
Sorry,
We
Jeff.
missed you.
I was gonna say I didn't know you were gone. So, throwing it back at him.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one.
This one?
Yeah. Makes no sense.
They want to explore it and to visualize it's something being tossed aside in schools. California is getting rid of drama class since Strange says Hollywood was there. It should be cultivated.
Well, because I don't know how much California, but I know those high stake testing, the state testing and all that. If it's not directly on the state test, then it doesn't have the importance to the money people.
And also they continue to waste taxpayer money on dumb things when it's supposed to be going towards education
Yeah.
and other important things. And so then you have to cut, you end up cutting classes, or you cutting.
Well, and like shop, like
Yeah, shop
high
was,
school that I used to teach at, the big one. They still had auto shop, and I mean, I was a brainiac, but in junior high, I still took shop. I loved it. But yeah, all of those. Well, and two, the pressure and every kid's going to college. No, they're not. And so, now it's swinging back to the trade schools.
it's where the real money is.
Well, but the kids are made to feel like it's less than. Oh, I'm going to go to the community college. Oh, when the kids diss on community college, you see their face, and I go, "Hey, I went to community college.
So did
I turned out all right."
That's the cheapest way to get your general eds out of the way.
Well, David, I think you're not alone that Benefil haunts his nightmares. Miss Benefest, we need to throw a big one. Yeah, most college degrees are a terrible investment. Our son has worked out all right because he's an engineer, so he'll be fine. Sammy's I'm a little worried about, but
Yeah, that art education.
Yeah.
Look out.
yep. Yep.
I don't know if you can really see the.
Yeah.
That's a little darker there.
Depth.
There is. Yeah. And I'll hit it with some highlights later.
Well, and so much of the tech dollars is wasted on all these administrative raises, yet they don't give
Boy, it's not
the
the truth.
teachers the raises,
Sorry
or
about
they
the
keep
werewolf arm. Go ahead. Sorry.
increasing class sizes that makes, or these hugely unrealistic expectations. So that's my soapbox. I've got a few of them.
They're just piled up over here in the corner. She pulls them out to stand on whenever.
Yep. Yeah, engineering's great. Yep.
I found that most of the original art buyers I know are either engineers of some sort.
Or
Either
in banking or engineers. But you have to follow, I wanted our daughter to go into physical therapy because it would save us a lot of money.
that's right.
But
or be a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Fix our back.
but it's her, and you can work with professional dancers and blah blah blah. But it is her path, and I have to honor that.
There's the old werewolf
Yeah,
arm.
community college is awesome. Teachers in Washington State make 6 figs. Are you sure? Maybe at the very, very top of the pay scale?
I was going to say, that sounds very.
Oh, Jeff, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, yeah, they've gotten away from honoring experience. Oh, do you have that piece of paper? But boy, we didn't make 6 figs in Oregon, that's for sure. Even at the top.
No.
Yeah, our son's doing his master's degree now too, and his company's paying for it. And then they just ask that after you finish that you stay 2 years to kind of pay it back, I guess, in commitment. So but he's pretty burned out.
Sounds like my pen is getting burned out. How's that for a segue?
Sammy won't be a comic publisher. That's for sure. I just keep telling her to marry well, unlike her father.
Well, you could argue that you didn't marry well either, because neither one of us, especially when we got married, neither one of us was making hardly any money at all.
Mm-mm. My first teaching job salary was $16,500, and that was 91.
Yeah, I was doing commercial art in a commercial art studio and making. I made $20,000, and I was like, thought I was rich.
Well, maybe Oregon will catch up, but that'll be too late for me. But if you have a master's degree and a bunch of years experience, I think it's reasonable. But also too, so many teachers are quitting that they're going to have to start paying more to keep people because the abuse that they take. I watched a thing on YouTube where teachers are really upset, and well, they should have been, that they had to do a professional development on how to, like, if there was a school event, how to triage kids that have been shot and decide which ones, you know, if a kid was shot in the chest, you just leave them because they're not going to make it, and stuff like that, where they trust the teachers to do that, but yet won't let them make decisions in the classroom. And, you know, just, it's just, you have to deal with that crap. And luckily I didn't really ever deal with weapons. But certainly it had my...
Suburbia has, for the most part, been fairly safe, for at least around here.
If they don't get their way, then they throw a fit. Okay, fine. But threatening to kill me and stuff like that, just, yeah. Parents need to step up. Oh, another soapbox. There we go. Look at them lady stockings. They're going to be fishnet, David. Watch out.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
See, that was going to get you a slap, but I'm one slap ahead of you, so I'm that
Now
one.
we're even.
Now we're even. Going forward, you're responsible for your
own
comments.
slapping.
That's right. And you're gonna. Let me get rid of that. That caused me, that light in my eye, I think caused that ocular migraine I had the last time.
Could be.
See, I remember it was called ocular migraine. You ever have one of those? Wow. Very weird experience.
Yeah. We were too lazy to actually hit the button for the slap. Well, no, Jeff, before you got here, I think Aaron slapped him when he shouldn't have. So
yeah, I misunderstood a comment that David made. I thought it was insulting, but it was actually not. And so then I felt bad that I slapped him without proper cause. So I let him off the hook on that one. But I'm never too lazy to. I'll say it. Jeff Potts writes software. I actually had my career well before I had my degree.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I'm back. Okay, I know we're old and all, but
back in the day.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't a computer science major at Oregon State yet, so they made all of us math majors do some programming.
They didn't actually.
It wasn't
have,
like.
Well, okay, yeah, we were in the early to mid '80s, so it was.
Well, I was mid to late because you're old.
I'm only 2 years older than you. Technology didn't change that much.
Brian Vaughn?
Fred, thank you for that random information that had nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I do appreciate your contributions.
Oh, speaking of Mr. Trivia.
Shelley was annoyed with you, Fred, but that's
no,
okay.
I was not. Now, if only Aaron would commit.
Look at Fred. I keep telling you, I will go to Baltimore if I'm invited and they pay my way out there. I'm not going to pay, several grand to go out there. There is sandwiches.
There is sandwiches. So let's see. No, see if he'd married better, then he could just travel around. But
that's like a long flight, man. Unless
after coming back from Europe, it's a long one.
What? Where's my yellow? I think my yellow's in the tray. Would you be kind enough to
maybe
grab it for me?
Lelo?
Yeah, there might even be 2 yellows over there. I'll take them both if you can find them.
You want the rubby thing?
The hooey?
The rubby thing?
Like a tissue, you mean? The rubby thing?
The rubby thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, look at it. So there's both my yellows and my rubby thing.
And your rubby thing. Okay,
So-
maybe they'll know what this is.
I tried this last time, and okay, look at this. We got another one of these. Oops, sorry.
I got another one.
This came to Shelly again. Okay.
Oh, there's Kins here. The
And-
undefeated David Williams. Oh,
Look at this. A Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yu-Gi-Oh card.
I got another one too.
Oh, is this the one I had? Yeah, we just got another one. So now we have two of these, and they sent it with an invoice that said they were 25 cents. We've never
that I got it on Amazon, and
we've never made this purchase,
No.
and yet they keep rolling in, and I don't
yeah,
understand.
you'll be the Yu-Gi-Oh master. But yeah, they just keep showing up, and I'm like,
To Shelly, not to me.
yeah, to me, 25 cents. I look on all my stuff, and I wasn't charged anything. So that's weird. Okay, let's see what everybody's doing. Yeah, Jeff, you should never tell kids that they're never going to make it on something. It's just not nice. Okay, so let's see. Writer of Why the Last Man.
Yeah, I know who it is. Oh, wait a minute. This
Wait a
picture
minute,
because they're
don't.
not PC if you don't use the entire rainbow.
They look like Skittles. That's my favorite. And hide.
No, wait a minute. I gotta make sure we get the right.
Oh. That's too funny. So Ken
Okay.
says, hello all. The Silver Centurion.
The
No idea what
Silver
that means.
Centurion. I don't either. Maybe he's referring to.
Where's the helmet gleam? He's not done.
Am I done? You're like my daughter.
No.
That doesn't look good. I'm just like, can you wait till I'm finished?
Rubby thing. It's a technical term. Nothing but the finest here. Vincent says he approves of it. Hi, Vincent.
Vincent Aiken. I haven't heard from Vincent in a while.
Where you been?
He's an East Coaster.
Question for Aaron.
Yes.
Who is the one writer, past or present, that you wanted to work with but didn't?
Okay, wait a second. Hang on a
Bloody.
second. Before, I prepared something just for this.
You didn't? Maybe.
So there,
you
you go.
go.
See, I had one of those. So now
Gosh,
it's time
that's
for
what
Ask
you were
Aaron.
doing all morning instead of drawing.
Who is the one writer, past or present, that you wanted to work with, but you didn't? None. I hate writers. No, I'm kidding. Let me think.
Vincent, I'm back. Oh, hi, John. Silver Centurion was the armor that Tony wore in the 80s during that.
Okay. I figured it had something to do with Iron Man. That's a good question about the writer. I'm trying to think. I kind of toyed with the idea of maybe like Alan Moore or something, but he's so weird that I don't know if I would have been okay with something he wrote.
So, David, did you send me those? That's so nice, those cards. They have a con.
Who has a con? We'll click on it.
Oh, Posse.
This coming week we have a con. Jerry Conway, Jim Starlin, Chris Claremont, and Joe Rubenstein. How about that? I worked with Chris Claremont, so I can't say Claremont's one of the guys. I've worked with, I'm not even going to say his name because I know what you'll say if I say his name and it will get us in trouble. Stephen Grant.
Oh, no, I won't say it.
And I worked with Englehart over at the our Malibu days. Boy, is there a writer that I have not worked with? I've actually worked with Jeff Johns, so I can't even say Jeff would be a guy that I think Jeff does a really. I think he writes really well, and but I've worked with him, and on X-Men 1/2, which was a exclusive book that you could get through Wizard magazine, inked by Danny Mickey. It was a really nice little X-Men thing. I've also worked with Mark Wade who I think is a despite the controversy about some of the things he's said and done in recent years, he is a really good comic book writer. I've worked with Jurgens. Dan Jurgens is terrific.
Oh, he's awesome.
The guy knows how to put together a good solid superhero story. And so I don't know if there's
Just
actually,
in case you're listening, Dan.
I enjoyed working with Dan a lot.
I know.
Man, Simonson.
How about Stan Lee?
No.
Alan Moore?
You know what? I wanted to do, and Walt's not really a writer. He's a writer. He's a storyteller. He's a writer artist. But I wanted to do a Thor story that he wrote, and I have worked with him. But it was just actually him dialoguing some of my stuff over the top of a plot that I already had written. So that doesn't really count. So I'm going to go ahead and say Simonson. How about that?
Yeah. How about Marv Wolfman or Len Wein?
Len Wein. There you go. Len would have been a guy that I would have liked to work with. Yeah, Len Wein. Now, Marv, I don't know Marv. Well, I don't really know Marv. I've met him, and I never met Len before he passed away. But my goodness, when Marv was editor-in-chief at Marvel back in the 70s, I got a trade paperback of Skull the Slayer, and I read this, and Shelley will bear witness because she was there. I was reading it in bed and just telling how horrible it was. And because it was one of my favorite series when I was a kid because it was dinosaurs and stuff. But holy crap, it was so poorly written. And Marv Wolfman wrote it while he was editor-in-chief at Marvel. So I'm sure he probably didn't spend a ton of time on it. I'm sure he had other things that were, pressing him. But it was really bad. So I don't recommend that.
Grant Morrison, Lopresti combo would have been money.
Grant Morrison, I don't know. Maybe he gets a little edgy. I'm not a very edgy guy. I'm really not. I'm more of a traditionalist, so I don't want to be caught working with someone that's going to do stuff that makes me uncomfortable. I worked with Gerber. Gerber's a terrific writer. Pardon me. And I mean, I honestly prefer to write my own stuff, and so I've never been someone who's been overly enamored with writers. Mike Barron, Chuck Dixon are guys that are do good work.
Craig says Grant's All-Star Superman story was very good.
That's what I hear. I've got it on my shelf, the trade paperback. I've yet to read it, though. I don't spend a lot of time reading comics anymore.
Well, I couldn't even believe that he was reading those trade paperbacks.
Yeah, I'm not really a reader. Yeah,
and I devour books. Like, I finally just started reading on my iPad. It's just easier.
Yeah, but you say it affects your eyes after a while, though.
It does. I do a black background, so it's not as bad. It's YouTube that's killing my eyes. How about Bill Mesner Lopes?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really read a lot of his stuff. Doug Mensch.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what Dave's asking.
Now, Doug, of course, wrote, I say Doug like we're buddies. I've never even met him.
Came over for chicken.
Yeah. He wrote the Weird World story that I'm a couple pages up there on the wall.
That one that your wife bought you?
Yes.
That was nice of her.
It really was, because it was $1,200. No, it was $1,000. I got it for $1,000.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money. And I said, no, you can't spend that kind of money, but if you really want to.
As he was nodding at the same time. Nodding, going, no,
it's one of those things where you're like, because I was watching it on eBay forever, and I really wanted it, but I was like, God, I can't spend $1,000 on that. I can't spend it. And she was like, "Hey, I should get this for you." And I'm like, "Well, if you really think you
Well,
need
I just
to."
gotten some money
That's right.
from
So,
almost dying from that medication, so I bought it. So Craig says you should read it. It was really good.
oh, the All-Star Superman, I will. It's on my, like I said, it's on my list. See, the thing is, I used to go to bed earlier, and then I would, have some time to read a little bit and then go to sleep. But since my daughter's been home, now I'm suddenly
yeah.
getting bed at like midnight every night, and it's like I'm not reading at midnight. I'm going to bed.
She wants to watch a movie or something else on Netflix.
Or just driving around.
Yeah.
My gosh, she had to work the other night from 7:30 to 12:30 at night, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
They were setting up for a new sale. She hated it.
So did I.
Well, then she had to get up and be at work at her other job at 7 the next morning. So that was a little harsh.
I love it though. That's called adult responsibility.
Yep.
She's getting a taste of what life after mom and dad in college is actually really going to be like. Although she's going to have to at some point learn to drive and drive herself.
You would think.
But the fact that she just actually got a job or 2 jobs this summer, I was like, okay, I'll let her off the hook for driving because she actually got a job. So.
Well, they're having trouble finding people to even want to work now because they can make more off the government.
Uh-oh. There goes
Oh,
again.
get out another box.
This is so classic. I love it. See, this to me is like comics,
You know? Yeah, so Vincent wants to know how you're doing. In fact, Aaron went to a follow-up appointment this morning. Physical therapy's helping. He's ahead of schedule.
That's right.
So
he says, I got one more physical therapy session Thursday, and then I can stop physical therapy. And then I really only have to go see the doctor one more time.
Yeah, Jeff.
At about 6 months. So
I had to go buy a rent a storage unit for all my soap boxes.
Hey, speaking of that, those kids that are sharing, no one is paid.
I know.
Okay.
I just talked to Sammy about it the other day.
Okay.
So are there any Indiegogo books that you're backing or excited for?
Mine.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Let me push up 100 buttons to get to the point where I can do that. This is not, this campaign is not up yet, but will be soon. It's, oh, let me show you my little,
Finish that sentence.
Okay, now I'm going to show you my little logo is
There
what I
you
was going to say if I could find it. There it is. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here trying to
they really need to make
screen
sharing a little bit easier on this thing.
Yeah. So then I go to here, and then here, and then here. It took me forever to figure this out. But anyway, so there's my little logo that I came up with, Wraith of God, that will go on the, has that little Ghost Rider flaming smoke thing coming off of it. But yeah, so.
So
there we go.
What are we thinking? I mean you, for dates. It also depends on work coming in.
Yeah, I've got to get that colored, and then I have to get a trailer made so I can put it up on the preview page. But I have to have this thing. I don't want to lose the summer, so I have to have this thing posted and up by mid-July is sort of my goal.
Gosh, if only you knew somebody who could help you color it. I can flat it. That's about it. But Sammy, consider it her third job.
She wants to charge me $15 just to give me a haircut. I mean, I don't want to work with her. She's a ripoff.
You don't want to work with her.
She charges too much.
That is so funny.
No, I've got guys that flat. I just I don't know.
Vincent said he'll back it. Booyah!
Okay, that's one backer.
One.
Woo! I need about 900 more, and I think we're in good shape. Oh, I took this out for a reason.
So adding that kind of changed the tone of the orange red.
What did?
Adding the gold.
Yeah, it's funny how the colors sort of play off of one another.
So Craig gets a haircut and shave for $20. Although I don't know if we want her released around your neck with a razor.
No, I wouldn't go that way.
Every time your phone goes off, Vincent thinks it's his.
No, it's every
he's
time.
so popular.
Every time my phone goes off, it's an angel getting his wings.
Is it a notification? Because we're getting them on screen too. In the computer.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's notifications.
You know, you can turn those off.
Yeah.
Makes you feel important though. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so popular.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting notified right now. I have to take this right now. I'm getting notified.
I even silenced my phone for this.
Well, yes, but you're sort of like tech savvy and responsible and think about that stuff, and I don't. And I'm not. Like you said, I could turn off my notifications, but I really don't know how I would turn off my notifications.
Oh.
So I don't. But actually, I found that to be valuable to actually have notifications because I do. If I didn't have those notifications, I would never know anybody was contacting me on Instagram or some of these other social media sites that I don't frequent as much. Oh, the heck with this. I'm going to shadow the whole thing. So I went and saw Jaws last night at a local theater by myself, which is kind of loserish, but I did it anyway because it was, Jaws.
Of course.
My son usually goes with me, but he is sick right now, actually laid up with the flu. Or
I think he's going to go to sinus infection. Not to jinx him or anything, but yeah. Where's the helmet gleam? That's the second time you've been asked that.
And I say for the second time, wait till I'm done. Golly.
So is this a commission for someone?
Nope. It is available for purchase at any time. Excuse my arm.
For $1 million.
I'm getting David Williams Presto gun out here to put some highlights on here.
Will that be some gleam?
Yes. Because he is metal.
So they're saying no shame in flying solo. I actually thought about going for a couple minutes, but man, I had this headache for days. Yeah, it's a nice summertime flick right before you go to the beach or something.
Wait a minute, you were actually considering going with me?
I was, but
because you felt bad for me that I was going by myself.
Yeah. So Hyper says caught a screening of 1933 King Kong last week by myself.
That's worth going to see by yourself.
Yeah.
There's some helmet shininess I just put on there.
Look at all that gleamage. Contest on what character to draw next live show. Like take requests and see what the most popular one is.
Yeah, that's dangerous, man. I did that.
Well, we could,
I actually did that.
We could just do a poll. Like these are the possibilities and see which wins. Maybe you should do a Wraith of God commission. Just saying. More, Jeff says more gleamier. I think it's the gleamierest it's going to get.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of more gleam going on here. Then I think it would be like too gleamy. See, you guys are younger than me, or pardon me, yes, younger. I'm older.
Most people
and
are.
so you guys fell in love with Bob Layton's Iron Man, where it was all like shiny and stuff. He was always had the little gleams on there. I'm way back to like, Gene Colan and stuff when they didn't put any of that stuff on there.
Looks like it's all shined up. Do a survey monkey.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, but you'd have to like, I need to put a link.
All right, I got to fill this pen before I do what I'm about to do.
What I'm going to do, what I'm about to do. Watch out.
Oh, that's see-through.
Watch out. Oh.
I need a W3, but a W? A W3? Ah, there it is. All right, so watch closely as I don't make a mess refilling this pen. I'm going to pull this thing out. Oh, I guess I should clarify. I'm going to pull out the felt tip of the... I'm almost out of W3. And we'll just pour it down the old chute.
I see.
It's darn near empty. I'll just go ahead and empty it out. Oops. I'm confused. All right, so put that back in there. Put my cap on. I'll lay it down on its side here for a minute so I can get soaked in. I'll throw this away because it is now officially empty and useless. All right. Okay. That should be enough. So I will now highlight around my Iron Man. The freshly filled. Stay off the pole. What the heck is he talking about? Yeah, I'm always about to do something, but what? This guy's squeaking a little bit more than he should, considering I just filled him up. But my point about Bob Layton here was that Bob Layton started doing that, and then everybody sort of continued to do it. So, and my exposure to Iron Man was much earlier, before he was glistening. Wow, that was squeaky. It's beautiful, man. So then, okay, so for those of you who want just a little more helmet gleam, I'll do that. But then I'll take my David Williams Presto gun. do some shiny gleam right there. Because he's gleaming Iron Man. Okay. I don't know that. It's a funny thing when you do all that modeling with markers, you don't, it sort of, you don't really go in and think about doing a lot with line work because it's sort of unnecessary. But I'm such a line work kind of guy that I've got to find some way to do a little bit more on here. Put some of these. These little artificial shiny lines that indicate sort of metal shininess. Now I am getting into Bob Layton territory now. That's okay. Has anybody read that Barry Smith Monsters thing yet? That's pretty good.
Oh gosh, that's funny. Dave says they were going to take a poll, so I attempted a Benefield joke. Stay off the poll.
Oh, I see. Well,
Jeff.
Dave, when you got to explain your jokes.
Very nice, Jeff. See, I still watch him draw and go, are you kidding? Sammy, too. Like, you just pulled that out of your noggin? Crazy. Even tried to get me to understand some color theory or perspective. Took me a long time.
Well, you don't understand color theory. Color theory is very mathematical.
Yeah.
You want to talk about this German guy named Eiten, Itten, has a book on color theory that's just like, it's really, really good, but man, it's like a textbook, and it's tough sledding. But I read it while Josh was young and still, he was doing swimming and stuff. And so I'd take him to his swimming practices. And so I'd sit up there in the stands of the pool with absolutely nothing to do. So I would read this book that Eiten wrote on color theory. And it changed my life. Not really, but it did help.
I think I understood it better after my thesis.
What, perspective?
Yeah.
Well, I would hope so. If you wrote a thesis on it, I hope that you'd walk away.
Well, I wrote my thesis on the mathematics behind drawing in perspective because I am that big of a geek.
But it was fun. As fun as something like that could be, right?
No, and the kids really liked it, but then that was right about the days they started saying if it's not on the state test, you can't teach it.
So
But
perspective.
heaven forbid it'd be something that they were interested in. Oop. Yet another box. Or is it one of the same ones? I don't know.
Continuation of the same.
Well, Vincent was a swimmer too. And Josh was horrible getting into the water. He would be almost last diving in, if you can call it diving. But
Yeah.
he had has super long arms, and so he would end up catching up and passing most people.
The problem was he only knew one speed, and it was like when you needed to kick it in on the, it just never happened. It was just the same stroke all the time, and so.
But he was in what, 7th grade then? I think 8th grade he wanted to start playing basketball, so
Yeah.
a little behind.
All right. Well, I think that's it. That's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Did you say yourself?
I do say so myself. Oh, there. Iron Man. Oh, wait a minute, that's Spider-Man song. So it's much redder and yellower than you're seeing on the.
Yeah, it is.
So all these leftover 11 by 14 color pieces I'm doing will probably be available on, or they will be available at ErinCon. So if you want it, but you can't pull the trigger right now, save your money for ErinCon because they will be there. All righty. Well, not bad for a second live stream, I don't think. I'm not going to sign it down the leg. Jeff says, I do find these videos fascinating, mainly because there's no way I could ever do that. Well, I appreciate you checking us out. And Lloyd Delegard just dropped in and said, hi, Shelly and Aaron.
Hi, Lloyd.
He spelled your name correctly, but then gave me 3 A's.
Because you're A.
And he put you first instead of me. So there you go. Oh, actually, and this. Yeah, made me a little bit grumpy. Oh, thanks for joining us, Lloyd, just as I'm about ready to sign off. And Johnny Fitz just jumped in, and I'm about ready to sign off. So, I feel bad now that I'm got the whole cruise jumped in, and I'm going to be signing off. But I want you to all know that Shelly knows I was going to switch cameras, so she scooted all the way off to the side so she can't be in the camera shot.
Oh, I'm a mess. Sweaty mess, cleaning house. I haven't even brushed my hair.
Anyway.
So I don't want to offend everybody.
See, Jeff says, it's the Shelly Lopresti show where her husband, the artist guy.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff. That's what he wanted. He got what he wanted. Oh, look at Johnny getting a little fresh. You suck. Nah, just kidding. I'll watch it later on.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this.
You'll watch it with this, is what you'll do. Oh.
Oh, man.
Lloyd, thank you. Came in late, but says, nice Iron Man. Well, thank you. Jeff feels validated. Well, you know, it always takes at least one of those.
Validated or violated? I can't read it from here.
Oh, no. Okay. So anyway.
Okay, ErinCon is win for sure.
Let me do this real quick so you can actually see what that looks like. That's closer to the actual color.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, ErinCon is going to be the 20, well, where's my calendar?
25th,
26th, and 27th is going to be ErinCon, a 3-day extravaganza that that David Williams thinks I should call the Aaron extravaganza rather than
The Aaron
extravaganza.
extravaganza.
Right. So.
Oh, greetings
Oh.
from San Francisco.
Hey.
He's finishing up.
Yeah, well, check it out. This one's only like an hour long or so. Well, an hour and a half. Everything I do is epic, even when I'm not trying to do an epic live stream.
You are epic.
Epic. Okay, so anyway, guys, thank you and gals, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Aaron Apocalypse Now. That's good. See, you're not going to let me.
Oh, yeah.
You're not gonna, I like that.
I could look like I do now, so I look like a zombie. So. Awesome.
Love the Iron Man piece. Thank you, KD TMD SFC.
Well, yep.
Live from San Francisco.
Start eating ramen now.
Yep.
Save that money for the Aaron extravaganza.
That's right, also known as Aaron Con. So anyway, that's what it'll be. It'll be next weekend, not this coming weekend, of course. And I've got the Professionals coming up on Thursday. I think Art Taber is hosting. I have no idea what the topic is, but you might want to check that out. I may do another live stream because, well, why not? If I got something to draw, I probably will. So just keep your eyes open, and you never know. Again, thanks for joining me. Thank you, Shelley, for dropping in and providing entertainment off camera. And
way off, like off Broadway, off camera.
Off Broadway, off camera. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, and we will see you guys next time. I have to push like 3 buttons to end the broadcast, and then it spins like this until it actually ends. So I can't just say goodbye and then
goodbye.
So I have to like do the fake freeze frame from Police Squad.